Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 5. Eastwatch. Power corrupts. So now that Dany's becoming powerful, is she starting to get corrupted? Is she starting to go down the bad path? Is she becoming evil, the new mad queen? Or are we just being overly sensitive because of the way that she's taking power? So let's have a look at it. Robb Stark killed the Karstarks, chopped off his head because he betrayed him. Jon Snow killed all of those people who killed him in the first place, even young Ollie. And Arya has murdered the shit out of heaps of people. So is Dany really starting to go evil because she's killing traitors or killing her enemies? Or are we just being overly sensitive because instead of chopping their heads off like others have done, she's burning them alive using a dragon? Well, this is the same question that's really got Varys and Tyrion worried because of the way that she's going about it. Her father went crazy and he burnt people alive. Now they're worried Dany's going down the same path and they want to try and stop her from doing that. However, how do they stop her? How do you tell a queen who has dragons that she can't burn her enemies? Boring Bran is back, but he's only in this episode for a very short period of time and it's just to move the plot along. He gets to see that the army of the dead is almost at Eastwatch, where Tormund and the rest of his wildlings are defending the wall. So they send ravens out to tell Jon and to tell anyone else who's listening of what is going on. Now these ravens make it to the Citadel, but the maesters are too busy arguing about the fact that they don't really believe it's true. Even when Sam gives them a very impassioned speech on how they can be the saviors of the realm because everyone respects them, so what they can do is tell everyone, hey, this is really happening, send your armies north and you'll save everyone. Nah. Instead they say, nah, not really. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit more while everything goes to shit and just watch it happen. Jump a scene and we have Sam and Gilly trying to do some more research and Gilly almost reveals who Jon's parents are. And not only that they were legitimately married. So Jon isn't even a Targaryen bastard, he's a legitimate Targaryen and really is the next in line for the throne. But instead, Sam chooses this one moment to finally snap. He gets all snappy, he cracks at Gilly, and you don't hear the knowledge come out. Why did you do that, Sam? Why? Seriously, Sam, get your shit together, man. God damn it, Sam. But instead of finding this out, Sam goes, you know what, I'm out. I'm done with this. I'm heading back north. I'm gonna go try and help people. I'm gone. Later, haters. I'm out. And he takes Gilly and some stolen scrolls and off he goes. Cut back to the north and the Northern Lords aren't really that happy with Jono being up south trying to, well, you know, save everybody. And they're saying to Sansa, hey, maybe we should have chosen you. And Sansa's kind of chuffed by this, but she's like, no, Jon's doing what he thinks is right. Now, I noticed she didn't say, Jon is out there trying to risk his life again to save you fair weather bitches. But no, Jon's trying to do what he thinks is right. It's a little condescending, really. And Arya noticed this as well, and she calls Sansa on it later. And as much as Sansa denies it and sort of, you know, tries to get all huffy with Arya, for someone who's like 5 foot tall, Arya is super intimidating. So Sansa kind of just keeps her mouth shut and, you know, like, no, I've got work to do. Can you know, go away, please. And Arya's like, I'm out. See ya, my lady. And at the same time, Arya is following Littlefinger around, trying to figure out what he's up to. He's stirring the pot, he's going all sneaky again, she knows he's up to something. But Littlefinger isn't one of the smartest and sneakiest guys in the realm for nothing. While Arya's watching him, he's also watching her. However, she does find some little scroll that Littlefinger had. What's in that scroll? I might have to rewatch the show and see if I can pause it and read anything on it because I really want to know what is in that. It's got Arya very excited. I want to know what's in that scroll. Jon finally got to interact with one of the dragons and the dragon seems to really like him. And this has made Dany start to really like him too. I think Dany's getting the hots for sexy Jono. And can you really blame her? I mean, no one does dark and brooding like Jon Snow. Now the dragon padding makes me wonder, will Jon actually get to ride a dragon himself? Around this time, Jono finds out about the army of the dead almost being at Eastwatch. And he says, right, I'm out, I gotta go fight these guys. But of course, everyone knows that he can't win because they do not have enough men. That was the whole reason he came there. But Dany won't leave either because if she leaves, you're just gonna have Cersei come back in and take back all the lands that she's just taken. Tyrion comes up with the compromise. Maybe they can prove to Cersei that the dead are coming and then it will be everyone's problem. So, in that, what do they have to do? They need to go get a dead person, but an alive dead person, not just a normal dead person. Jono volunteers, says, right, I'm off. Actually, it's really Captain Friendzone that volunteers first, but you know, when Jono volunteers to do something like that, it's so much more heroic. Captain Friendzone is just, yeah, okay, you're back, cool. That's nice. You're not Jon Snow. And it all ends with Jon Snow, Captain Friendzone and Tormund catching up with the Hound and the Brotherhood. Look, they're there, we've got to move the plot along, so they're just there, okay? It's cool. All of them heading into a blizzard into the north to try and stop this. Oh yeah, and Gendry's back. You remember Gendry? Well, Gendry's back, and he's got a big fuck off hammer. Now this episode felt like it was a lot of setup for the next one, however, I'm not in a bad way at all. This was an amazing episode. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, I was loving it, I got excited, I got angry, I got disappointed. All so many emotions, and so much was happening. They're trying to wrap up a whole lot of storylines at once. As I said, I feel like this is all set up for the next episode, which is the penultimate episode, which is usually the best. But it could also be set up for the finale. We only have 2 more episodes left in this season, which is devastating. I don't know what I'm going to do when it ends. However, I'm so excited to see where all this leads and the consequences from this episode. Will Jon get a dragon? Or a Dany? Did Gilly bring that book with her that shows Jon's parentage, or did she leave it back at the Citadel? What was in that note that Arya found, and what will Littlefinger do? What's he up to? I don't trust Littlefinger. Will Sansa take over in the north, or will she stay loyal to Jon? And will Bran get interesting? Seriously, will Bran get interesting? Only time will tell. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'm Jared from Pop Culture Heroes. This was a jam-packed episode. There was so much in it. It was very difficult to try and talk about everything. I did leave some things out because, like I said, so much. Massive episode, a lot of storylines going on at once. Very exciting. Please get and watch this episode, although you probably should have already watched it before watching this because I just spoiled the crap out of it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will be back next week with more Game of Thrones. Give the video a like. Give the channel a subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.